AC Crew week 7. How's it going? Week 7, fellas and ladies out there watching.
Definitely late. Come on,
Yeah,
Chad.
I know. I forgot.
Disrespectful, but
Sorry.
NFL Bears obviously not gonna spend much time on them.
Nope.
This week, kind of let us down. Offense is definitely letting us down. You only scored 14 points.
Not performing. I mean, the main thing is, I'm a Jay lover. I'm wearing him still. I will say he did not play well that week. This last week, other weeks, some of his interceptions were justified. Terrible pick. Offense not doing it. Main thing I want to say though is our defense is really where it's at. Puts them on offense. They're not performing. They're paid twice as much as the offense is. We have twice as much invested in offense than the defense. So you can blame the coaches, blame the GMs, whatever you need to. There's some serious problems that need to get worked out.
Definitely. No, I agree. I think that, we're on this mindset of offense going to win us, championships where
this is not locked up.
Where right now it's not working out for us. So NFL, I just wanted to bring up a couple teams this week that are just completely impressed me.
Definitely. I love these teams.
Cowboys. Hate to say it, hate to give Derek Adey, any hopes of a championship. Figure Tony Romo will end up going, friggin' 2-6 the rest of the way. They'll end at 8-8 like they always do. But
Ouch.
Cowboys are great right now.
And the defense is what's kind of impressive.
Defense,
Yep.
yeah, defense has been great. That was kind of their, huge negative going into the year. But we have DeMarco, who's just running all over the place, almost 1,000 yards already.
Killing it.
Dez, Terrence Williams, wide receivers. You had Escobar, tight end, who caught a couple touchdown passes.
I was just thinking about a little fantasy update here in a second. We'll get to that. Escobar just came to mind.
So then you have Romo, who's obviously playing
He's
really
playing
well,
good.
limiting his mistakes. You always want to put your hope in him, and then he seems to let you down. But maybe this year,
he's a
maybe.
quarterback.
And then we're gonna move on to the Colts. Just impressive. Andrew Luck, potential MVP right now. Playing wonderful. Running back situation's a little iffy. I know Bradshaw.
He should have been a starter all year. I mean, you've heard me talk about it.
Bradshaw in the
Bradshaw's
games
been the better running back the whole year and the last half of last year.
has that little explosion instead of Richardson. But it looks like he's in the starting role now. So
yeah, well deserved.
we'll see how it works out. I know Wayne's banged up a little bit, but T.Y. Hilton's had some huge games.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna throw it out there really quick. If I had to pick a NFC and AFC championship game right now, it would be Dallas Green Bay and Indy Denver. So Chad, you're gonna have a little.
I would agree with all that, except I might put a recovering San Fran in the NFC. I think maybe their defense gets a little healthy as they get them back, a couple players back out on Smith. Defense still means a little bit. It's hard to tell what these teams are throwing out, but.
Yeah, and so you got some fantasy news for us?
Fantasy pickups. Escobar, I wasn't even thinking of him. He had, I believe, 2 touchdowns this last week. I don't really know what the story is with Witten, but Escobar was looking really good. My main guys to pick up or even trade for, first one to trade for, Jerick McKinnon, love the guy. He took over for the Vikings. Freak athlete. He's officially getting all the carries. Just this guy you want. If you can get him for a good deal, absolutely. Then the Buffalo Bills just had a serious injury drought this week. We had a collarbone injury on Spiller. He's done for the season, or at least 6 weeks, I think. Without a doubt, 4 weeks. But he's on injured reserve. And Jackson as well, he got injured. Next one, just found this one out. Zachary Mettenberger.
Zach Mettenberger, gunslinger.
You 2 quarterback leagues. He's getting a start this week.
Right before the bye, so that could be huge. Looks like Locker is healthy, at least healthy enough to start. Seems like the Titans are going to see what they have in Mettenberger, and I would assume that they're going to stay with him through the bye. The bye will be a great chance for him to learn.
Yep, see it.
So
all the reps.
So you never know. But Zach Mettenberger, if he's still there, if you're in a 2 quarterback league and you need some help, maybe bye week drama, I'd go out and try to pick him up.
Or trade Locker as soon as possible.
Get rid of him.
Next guy, I've got McFadden. He's a pretty low tier guy, high upside. Jones Drew is really not much of a thing in Oakland anymore. McFadden's doing all right. PPR leagues, he is especially worth having. He's running back 2, running back 3. My last guy is also a Raider, Andre Holmes. He's
The Raiders.
yeah. Well, that's rough. You might have heard little James Jones, but Andre Holmes is the guy. He's getting crazy targets. Another just athletic freak. Got the speed and the height. He's got the targets. That's a nice one to have.
Hope Chad lose this week.
Let's not talk about that one.
All right, yeah, we're not gonna bring up fantasy this week.
Sorry, Wes, didn't play yet.
But okay, NBA starting up. So obviously excited about the Bulls. Excited what Dougie McBuckets is doing.
Absolutely.
You got Rose.
Nikola, that's the guy I really want to see. I'm curious to see what his role is. Big outside shooter, big guy.
Yeah, Noah I know is battling an injury though. I just read an article today about his knees hurting him. So Rose's knee's not the only thing to be aware of, but with our frontline depth, we added Powell. Jimmy Butler, he's out. I know he went to see the doctor this week. Saw Tracy Abrams. Tracy had ACL surgery today, so they saw each other in the hospital actually.
Okay, this is insider info.
Yeah, they were able to see each other, so that was pretty cool. Pretty uplifting for Tracy to see him there, but. The Bulls were excited. Next week we're going to talk more about the NBA. I think
Excited.
we're going to make some picks.
McDermott Nicole is a big thing for me. Miritic.
Yeah, and so then Major League Baseball. Chad, you want to kick us off with the World Series news?
Major League Baseball. It's the World Series, guys. Game 1 was on. I didn't even realize it was the World Series. That's where I'm at in baseball. I'm just done with it.
Yeah, Chad actually said, "Oh, yeah, these guys are doing well." Yeah, well, they are. They're in the World Series.
World Series.
But 1-1 right now. I'm just a big Royals fan. I think they're a team of destiny. Played so well.
Yeah, I mean, as a guy, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a baseball fan, but I followed enough to know the Royals are a team. You said they're on 8-game win streak heading into the World Series. Yeah, I mean, they're the favorite. Not much else I can say on baseball.
Definitely.
Shorten the games, speed it up, do something, guys. Lower the ticket prices.
Start juicing, whatever you need to do.
They already do that.
Oh.
Our MVPs do that.
Yeah, McGuire didn't. Illinois basketball, start with a little positive right now. Aaron Jordan and DJ Williams have already verbally committed to the U of I, and they'll be taking their official visits this weekend. Homecoming, I don't know if you saw, but all new uniforms. The gray ghost uniforms.
Galloping Ghost, absolutely. I saw them.
They're pretty awesome. I know they were on ESPN earlier today. Big fan of them. Might try to buy one. I don't know if you can do that off a player. Is that illegal? Maybe.
Well, I mean, Illinois might care, but I know a couple schools that wouldn't care too much. We'll get to that in a second after we finish up the Illinois talk, because I know we had some big news. Just came out yesterday.
Some college
21st.
athletics. Yeah, so Elijah Thomas, our negative news, decided to commit to Texas A&M after saying Illinois was the leader twice. Tough. A lot of other factors in his recruitment.
You can't blame the guy. It's about where your career's best headed financially. Oh wait.
May or may not rhyme with Sonny.
We're talking about college.
Some things that he was getting.
Yeah.
Would you like to
I
buy?
might not know what money.
Money, yeah. But that's a tough blow, but it's not going to stop the staff from going all out on Carlton, Bragg, and then if Murray reclassifies point guard from Canada, and then also Darius Paul, who will play at JUCO this year.
Could be back.
Could be back at Illinois. So that's all positives for Illinois basketball. I know everybody gets down on missing out on elite talent, but if you're recruiting elite guys, you're going to miss out every once in a while. You don't see Duke, North Carolina. They don't get everybody they go after. You don't see the top schools, and we're in that conversation. We're in that Final Three now. Everybody's talking about how great of a program, how great of a fan base we have. That's what's important. It's going to pay big dividends for us in the future.
Lord knows we're not football fans. Let's go basketball around here. Quick note, I was you'd almost say a key witness in the Paul incident. Darius, I could hear the rest in my backyard. So
he got arrested
in
your backyard, aka a parking lot.
Well, yeah, it's in the backyard. Come on now.
Well, How about some Pana Football, Chad? Lead us into this week.
Pana
Big
football.
week, big week. Come on, Pana.
You can say we've been in playoffs for a while now, but I'm going to say this is week 1 of playoffs for us because it's 2 playoff teams going at it. We just knocked up on Vandalia, played pretty good. It was close at the end, but I could truly say I feel like we were the better team throughout that one.
Yeah.
It was a little sketchy at the end. I know Lipo, was after a blood pressure pill by the end of that one.
John Metzger, he can help you.
There you go. And check out your local pharmacy.
Walgreens.
Well, yeah, local and worldwide. Metzger Drugstore, that's where it's at.
R.I.P.
All right. I'll Pana Football next week, so we're playing Hillsboro. Like I said, playoff round 1, 4-4 versus 4-4. Closed conference, 5-4 team is almost guaranteed to make it. So
Hate those guys.
And speaking of Lipo, that is
Hillsboro,
the old hometown, and Pana whooped up on Hillsboro last year.
40-0.
There was some tension between the Hillsboro and the Lipo head defensive coach.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to get upset if you score 0 damn points.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But, you can listen to that on 93.3.
Absolutely.
Out of Ramsey. You can get online, actually, with that. You can do Tune It In app on your phone. There's a lot of ways to listen to the Pana Football game. Huge game this week. So if you can't be there, listen in. We'll try to bring you, Coach Boker and I, the best play-by-play that we can.
Best in the state.
Best in the state, I wouldn't argue. Nation,
first.
best in the nation.
In the nation.
But, Chad, you want to go back real quick to
what we were saying about the
some colleges that have been in the news for illegal benefits.
I got some actual stats for you guys this time. So some of you might know OSU, Oklahoma State, which got investigated a little bit, and UNC has been in the news a little bit. So I'll just tell you a little bit of what's going on. OSU just got investigated. The main stuff that I found, they had a guy, so they had to get investigated. What happened is OSU hires a guy to investigate them. He got paid $220,000 to do the investigation. He checked the emails, interviewed some people. Yeah, I mean, $220,000. That's a lot of money. Really didn't find. He didn't find too much.
Elijah?
It might have been. I don't think he got $220,000, but he got something for it. The only findings they found were in the last 5 years or so. There was 5 drug tests that went unpunished at OSU, and the players still played, and they had some female hosts for the recruits. I don't know what all that entitles, but got made $220,000. UNC, they've been, especially as Illinois, we know a little bit back to 2005. Who knows how long they're going to keep their title against us. In the last 18 years, 47% of the
students that were in the class, 47% were student athletes.
So UNC had what were called paper classes. You don't even meet. You basically don't do anything. It's a free A or B. You might turn in a paper.
A or you get a B.
You can't fail the class. They didn't meet at all. There's thousands of kids in it. 50% of the 47% were student athletes. 50% were football players. About 12% were basketball players. UNC, I really thought they were a little better than that, but
obviously not. But final thoughts this week, Chad. No, run a little bit long, but we had a lot of info this week. Thought it was important to get it to you guys. So
quick, last thing I want to say. That's my final thought. Check out The Price of College Sports on Netflix if you got it. It'll give you a little more on all this stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, and to bounce off of that, I'd just like to talk about Texas. Just came out today, actually. They're going to pay each student athlete, from what I read, each student athlete $10,000. So it results in a court case, I believe, that was from August. Hopefully next week we can get you some more details. But from August, there's a court case. They're the first Division I school to follow. Wow. In every big Power 5 conference is expected to follow suit and start paying their athletes.
And you don't think they'd have to.
And it's going to happen because then Texas would have an advantage. So that's a little insight that just breaking news today. My final thought, we met up with the Pana crew today.
Oh, yeah, just the King.
At the China King.
The China King.
So we met up with Da Tang, Da Shang, Well, we had Blackwell, Johnny McLeod, Chad and I, all the U of I,
P-Town crew.
males, the Pana crew, and I was the only one that used chopsticks. Like Da Shang and Da
I
Tang were
didn't think we were
there.
gonna throw them under.
We did. They used a fork. They used a fork. What are they doing? But no, in all
really
seriousness,
happened.
though, it was a great time. It's
good
just
time. Good seeing the Pana people.
important guys that we know from sports. We know from just being in school. Always important to reconnect with people. Just whether that's a text message, Facebook message, phone call, email, whatever you can do. It's great just to catch up, make other people know that they feel valued, and hopefully it's something that we do each week, every couple of
more
weeks.
often. It's good to have some fun with the friends, the pals. A little bit like our guy in the final clip here, Peyton.
Peyton liked to have some fun
Just
this week.
broke the record.
Broke the record.
His buddies had a little fun with him. Check it out, guys. Here's our clipper of the week.